Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Of course, this is Culture Hub TV, your #1 online TV. And of course, remember, this is one place where you will always find everything yenye inahusu mambo ya media, gossip, any information. This is where you should be. And so nataka tuongele story ya DJ Joe Mfalme. Sijui kama umeiona.
Yeah, I've been following it a bit. And
imekuwa inasumbua sana, si ndio?
Inasumbua.
Especially ma youth man nimeona wamekuwa wanasumbua, wanaongelea issue ya wana tend kusema ni kama sometimes squeezy friends are not loyal anymore, like you cannot call someone a friend.
And also just make sure you are at the right place at the right time.
At the right time.
Because you can be at the right place the wrong time.
The wrong time.
Or the wrong place the right time. So just make sure that you, whatever you do, always be aware of your surroundings.
So for those of you maybe wenye mmekuwa mnaona tu Twitter nini watu wanasema free hype anaitwa Ballo ama anaitwa nani hype Ballo.
That one is about the bouncer.
The bouncer, yes. And you know, actually he's not the bouncer.
Yeah.
So for those who has been seeing hizo tweets wanasema free hype Ballo, free hype Ballo, free hype Ballo. This is what happened. Nadhani walikuwa wametokea gig kwa club, of course. DJ Joe Mfalme anacheza kwa clubs na nini. Until it was around some 4 AM hivi wakitoka. And then ikakuwa ina happen. Unajua mambo ya barabara sometimes you never know. So ikatokea ni kama kuna someone aligonga gari ya DJ Joe Mfalme na nyuma hivyo kidogo. So wale au kutoka kujaribu kuongea na
wakaflex muscles.
Wakaflex
the DJs
and also you know this guy mwenye aligonga gari yeye naye ni DCI, ni police officer. So yeye pia naye lazima aliflex muscle and something.
Lazima represent.
So hiyo kuflex muscle nasikia kuna mtu niliona alikuwa alikuwa kwa Instagram page yake amejaribu kuelezea what happened. Yeye anasema kina DJ Joe Mfalme walikuja tu clean vizuri kumuuliza na nini, but yeye ni kama akakuwa hasa hiyo ameflex muscle na nini anaambia
labda anachomoa bunduki.
Nyinyi unajua mimi nani nasikia hadi akago to an extent ya kuita traffic officers, police officers wakakam. So kukuja ndio ni kama mob nayo ikatokea masijui ni kina DJ Joe Mfalme. You know, I can only say chenye kiko kwa online because maybe sijui whatever happened. So ndio ni kama wakavurugana na nini ikatokea whatever ilitokea. Jamaa ni the late right now kikawaramba tukaona kina DJ Joe Mfalme wameshikwa
akaslapiwa na mada akatetemeka sana
na mada vibaya sana. Of course pia na walishika pia na polisi wawili nadhani wale ni kama wenye walikuja kama backup ya ule mse mwingine. But sasa what has been making headlines ni juzi jana wakati DJ Joe Mfalme amekuwa released with charges zake zimekuwa dropped, but instead imesemekana atakuwa state witness yeye together na hao wengine wenye wamekuwa released. But now hype Ballo amebaki ndani. You see sasa to face the charges. Yeye ndio sasa ni kama amekuwa na face hizo charges za mada. Umeona? Ama sijui ni manslaughter. Ni mada. So you see, so watu ni kama wamekuwa wanaona kwanza wana feel hype Ballo afai kuanza kukua charged na hizo kesi, kwa sababu kwanza kitu ya kwanza wanaona ni kama amekuwa branded whatever he is not. Because huko hivyo ni kama ameshtakiwa kama bouncer wa DJ Joe Mfalme. When in real sense hype Ballo sio bouncer, ni hype man. Wakati huyu ana play mixes nini, yeye anakuwa kama MC ana hype na nini. Wewe unaona? So kwanza hiyo first nini wanaona kwanza
inakuwa. But still ni mtu wake wa mkono.
Ni mtu wake wa mkono. Umeget? But sasa unajua once umekuwa branded bouncer,
za zingine tofauti ya mtu wa mkono na bouncer, unajua pia the line is invisible.
But again, anaweza kuwa si mtu wake wa mkono. Tunaweza kuwa sisi ni team moja. When you go to DJ you carry me kama hype, na mimi nikipata deal ya kuhype na kuleta kama DJ. Umeona?
So wako na partnership.
Inaweza kuwa partnership. So kwanza I want us to understand difference ya manslaughter na nini na murder ni nini? Because kuna wenye wamekuwa nasema ni manslaughter since ilitokea hapo hivyo kwa scene maybe hiyo vitu zili escalate juu ya anga. And then sasa and then pia unaona huyu victim hakukufa on spot, ameenda akakaa kwanza na familia kidogo. Nasikia hata pia sijui aliyekuwa ndani kidogo, nadhani sijui ilikuwaje. And then yes, nadhani aliwekwa ndani, akatoka hapo ndio pia akaenda police, akapelekwa hospitali. Nadhani alitoka ndani akaenda police akilia tumbo na nini. Akakufa akiwa hospital. Umeona? So I want us to understand the difference ya murder na nini na manslaughter.
I don't want us to get into the penal codes and things because we shall lose our viewers. We don't want to go too legal.
Sure.
We want to
just casual,
yes.
to just understand.
You know, for murder, it must be predetermined. There must be a forethought. It's something you have planned. That is murder. The mens rea must be there. You must have the intention and the motive. For manslaughter, it's an intentional. The intention was not there. The motive is not there. For example, tukwe tumekaa hapa ndani hivi. Then unajua life happens.
Of course.
Alafu mtu aingia hapa ndani. Let us take the first scenario. Aingia ndani, aseme kumbe wewe ndio ndani nilikuwa nimeambiwa natembea na demu yangu na unakuja unajificha hapa kwa studio. Sasa leo nimekupata. Angry. Na kupige kitu na you die. Or akupige and then maybe you get sick, you go to the hospital, then you die. That is murder. That is manslaughter. Because this person is provoked beyond reasoning. Yani amefanya in the spur of the moment. Hajakuwa na thought about it. But sasa aingie, the same person aingie, akutekeleleshe hivyo. Alafu umwambie wewe usiniletee hizo, wewe unaniongelesha hivyo, wacha nirudi. Aende nje, atafute panga. Arudi, akukate. You know that is murder. It is something he has thought about. Akienda hiyo panga ni kitu alikuwa na panga. That is what he wants to do. That is the forethought. He has taken time. Because you will think that ile time amechukua muda toke hapa nje atafute panga. He had the presence of the mind. To think ini nini ninafanya, do I really want to do it or not. That is in a lay person's language what somebody can be able to understand, because I think people have really been thinking what is murder, what is manslaughter, what is yani watu hawajui tofauti. Unasikia tu kotini ukienda ukiambiwa this is murder under penal code, this is manslaughter under penal code, but sasa to a lay person, when you get into issues of penal code and vitu zingine, you even lose them even further. But I think for our viewers, for the purposes of this conversation, let our viewers just know that for murder ni kitu ume have time to think about. Ni kitu umefikiria. Unasikia kama ile kesi ya ile kijana mwenye alishikwa Eldoret. Yule alitoka, was it Meru or where, or Ukambani, akakuja na shoka kwa gari, yule doctor student. Eventually what happened? Did you follow his case?
Amefungwa, imekuwa recently, sijui last year, ndio charges zake zilikuwa
akafoundiwa guilty. So sasa that is murder. Unasikia alichukua sijui ni shoka ama nini, akapeleka kwa mtu wa kunoa, akanoa, akaeka kwa boot.
So premeditated, alipanga everything.
Akasafiri. From where he came to Eldoret, wakati hata kwa njia, he had time to think about it. So that is murder. Manslaughter is killing without intending to. Ni kama saa hitu tunaweza kuwa tunaongea tu hivi, and then in the ninu unarusha hiyo laptop. In hit kwa kichwa, then bahati mbaya ni kufe. Maybe ulikuwa unapiga kitu iko hapa without knowing it hurt, then in hit tu kimakosa, that is manslaughter. So taking life without intending to.
Okay.
So they have different penal codes, and they are addressed and approached differently. Kisheria.
Oh.
Yeah.
Na what are the possible charges ya hiyo crime ya manslaughter?
You know, initially from according to our penal code, murder is death sentence.
Okay. Yeah.
And manslaughter is life sentence, or depending on how the judge will look at it.
Okay.
I'll give you an example of the result.
So you say umesema manslaughter ni
life sentence, or it can even be lesser. It can be 25 years. It can be 1 year. You know, it also depends with the bench.
Okay.
You know, also the judge has the description, he uses the wisdom of the bench to decide, especially on manslaughter.
Yeah.
For example, there was a case that was had and determined in Kakamega. There's this lady who killed the husband. If you have been following up on matters of law. Huyu mama bwana alikuwa kila wakati akikuja anampiga. So hiyo siku huyu mzee akakuja nyumbani na hizo furugu zake za kawaida, and then akaleta mzozo. So katika mama that nini ya self defense, unajua self defense is also a defense.
Yeah.
So katika ile hali ya kujitetea, mama akamhit na mzee akakufa. So of course she was charged with manslaughter. Kesi kaendelea, then it went to court. The judge, using his wisdom, or was it a she? The judge, what she did, or what the judge did, alisema yes, the woman said yes, this is what happened, but if I could not have killed him,
he could have killed me.
He would have killed me. So you know, now that is also like confession. Yes, I did it, but it was not my intention. I was defending myself. It's something that had been going on for a very long time. So the judge ruled that yes, the woman was guilty, and she has been found guilty, and given the circumstances, she's going to imprison this woman to 1 day.
Oh, just like that? 1 day,
and she said the day ends the time the bench inatoka. And you know, wakiamuka, meaning, and you know, most of the time the courts end up either 4 or 5. Meaning, once the magistrate rises, atakuwa kifungo yake imeisha. You know, that is not the constitution. That is why they say the wisdom of the bench. Sasa yeye ameangalia the situation, the reason why, the kids involved, the circumstances, and the kind of abuse this woman has gone through, and thought no, she has already served, like you have already served your
sentence already.
So it depends, but what the constitution states is murder. There is a death sentence maximum, and the manslaughter is a life sentence or number of years depending on the circumstances. Yes. But now that also now brings us to there has been a lot of controversy on death sentence. I think if you have been following up on matters of death sentence, you'll be aware kwamba kumekuwa na issue. When you look at the Murwatetu case of 2017, when the Supreme Court ruled that the Murwatetu brothers and the co-accused had been sentenced to death, given death penalty unconstitutionally. Actually, most people thought that the death sentence has been scrapped off. But I think what happened is that circumstances. I think what the Supreme Court wanted is for the judges to look at the circumstances, and even there was a notice for all those cases that had been those people that had been given death sentence to have a retrial, so that they see if he actually divide a death sentence or something lesser. So
now you know, I am right here in the middle of trying to find the difference between death sentence and life sentence. Death sentence, is it ile the one yenye tunajuanga ni kinyonga?
Now kunyongwa is one of it.
Yeah.
You know when you talk of death ni kifo.
Okay. So
but you know there are so many ways of killing a rat apart
but
from
nadhani kuna time government will come out clean ama sijui it was the law society, the court itself came out na ni kama wakakuwa wamesema siku hizi hakuna hiyo kifungo.
That is what I was just talking about, the Murwatetu case.
Okay.
They did not say hakuna death sentence. They said it should not be mandatory. You know, initially it was mandatory.
Yeah.
Yani kama ni murder, ni death sentence. Anybody who was found guilty of murder, death sentence. But now the Supreme Court said, look here, it cannot be a blanket.
Yeah.
Let us look at circumstances.
Yeah.
There are those that can still be death sentence,
and
those that can actually have maybe maximum like life, those that can take 25 years. And that is why now it brings us to the issue of this guy, this man, woman eater. How do we call him? This guy was sentenced to death recently.
Joey.
Yeah. When Joey was
even
actually
asking you about Joey.
Now when Joey was sentenced to death sentence, now people was like,
yes,
just like you.
Yeah.
Sisi tunafikiria hii maneno ya death sentence ilitolewa. But the Justice Nzioka she was called Nzioka.
Yeah.
Was very clear about what she was talking about and what the Supreme Court had talked about, and she was clear. She said she had the clarity of mind to sentence him to give him a death penalty.
And just hold it there. For those of us who never understood, just like you've said, you know, I represent a lot of people who did not understand that sentence.
1,000 others.
Yeah. And I'm also asking for a friend. What did that sentence mean?
You know, when they sentence you to death sentence,
yeah,
it just means that you are supposed to be killed.
Oh.
And killing, you know, kuna killing ya kunyongwa, kuna being hurt to death, kuna slow death, kuna ile wanakuweka kwa electric chair.
Yeah,
don't nasikia Kenya.
Hatuna hiyo. Ama ikoje?
I think it is silent. Nasikia the person mwenye alikuwa anafanya hiyo kazi retired. Kenya being Kenya has not, the procurement officer has not been able
to facilitate the
to employ somebody else. But that is just for the laughs.
On a light note. Yeah.
So you know, death sentence, unaenda huko ndani. You don't do anything. You just sit and wait for the day when you will meet your death sentence, whether in the electric chair or through hanging. And you know, you hang until a medical doctor comes and confirms that you are actual. You know, it's only a medical doctor who can confirm a death.
You know.
But life sentence, you are just imprisoned until your last day. So it is not known. You can be there for 1 week, then malaria comes and kills you.
Yeah.
You can be there for 10 years, then you die or you can be there for 70 years and die of old age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even commit suicide, or you are not allowed to, you will again be penalized for trying to
take a life. So basically that is what it means.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are certain about judgment here, Joey Irungu?
Yeah. Given the penal code.
So for him, it's not like he's waiting for the natural death.
No. Yake is different. Natural death is life sentence. Yake is death. He was given a death penalty. Yes. But maybe atakaa huko mpaka natural death imparte if they are not going to expedite on the death sentence.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe as you wait for you to now, for them to execute your death, Corona comes and kills you. It makes it easy for the state. But now that is where also the issue of contradiction comes in.
Yeah.
My question would be, Joey has been imprisoned or found guilty of murder, and that means he has been sentenced to death penalty.
Yeah.
Therefore, now who gave the state now the right to kill?
Yeah.
Because it's also killing.
Yeah, it is.
Whatever it is,
it's taking
life,
one's life.
Yes, is killing. Or what are the perimeters that the state is now therefore using? I think that is where the controversy comes in.
Yeah.
Because that person, now this is on my, I'm not talking as a lawyer.
Yeah.
I'm talking as
personal, you being you.
These are my opinions and my ideas and my thoughts. Like I'm thinking, sasa mimi nimeua mtu na nimepelekwa kwenda nimehukumiwa kuuawa. Na hii kuuawa kuna mtu atakuja they call it being taken to the guillotines. Huyo mtu anakuja kuniua pia si ananiua. That person pia. Now those are the questions that maybe a conversation should be around there.
So okay, back to history yetu ya Felix the late. Nini. So manslaughter hata pia inamaanisha maybe if I slap you today na hiyo effects ya slap maybe kufanya upeleke hospitali ukufe after 3 days.
Not after 3 days.
Even a month.
There is a principle called 365 plus 1. That is a principle, a legal principle. If you assault me today, pray to a God
within
that I finish 1 year. So if I die plus 1 day, unahepa. But if I die within that 1 year, it will be assumed that I died from the
assault.
The assault. So you can be charged.
Boy, tricky.
Yes.
You know, those are the things that we really
so
need to
that is what they call the principle of 365 plus 1.
And again, yes, we cannot hatuwezi go so much deeper about mambo ya sheria and everything. But now the fact that kina Joe wamekuwa released, wameacha hype Ballo ndani. And I earlier saw the family, the late Felix, complain about hiyo issue ya Gavako release kina Joe, because wanasema how on their side, how are they sure that watapata justice, because before their kin died wali have moments with him hospitali, walikuwa wanashinda na yeye na haliwaeleza. It wasn't one person mwenye alinipiga. Walinivamia and everything, and now you are releasing hawa kuwasema wa question nini. So don't you think pia factor ya justice pia hapa hivi Kenya?
You know there is a problem that wananchi hawaelewi, and sometimes they end up blaming the state on some you know, the court doesn't work with the hearsays. Like huyu mwenye alisema tulikaa naye akatuambia, you know, unless it is something that is in a sworn affidavit and you have taken to court that actually aliniambia ni fulani and therefore you become a witness. You know, in most cases why the court will release somebody and make them a state witness, maybe there are two things. One, probably this person is not guilty, and but he knows a lot. Like he witnessed everything that happened. He only happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. So the prosecution wants to tap into what he knows, information that without the prosecution will not be able to back up their case. So it means without them they will lose everybody. So they opt, instead of letting everybody go, we would rather consolidate our case using this against the person who carries the highest responsibility. You get?
I get that.
So unaona inamaanisha maybe prosecution imeona hawa wakikuwa on the defense you know, on the defense hawatapata information. But kama hawa wako on their side wamepata immunity. And you know, when you become a state witness also there are two things. One, either you have gotten immunity that you are not going to be charged, or you are going to get a more lenient charge. For example, unaona in the case of Uyo Maribe, but these are my opinions. I think the prosecution goofed. Because they knew if they tie the charge of murder on Maribe, it wouldn't stand. Because she didn't kill anybody. But there were so many other charges, like abetting, like accomplice, aiding to defeat justice. Those were the charges. They are lesser charges, but they could have stood. Or in the alternative, they could have turned her into a state witness.
Yeah.
So sometimes when the prosecution feels that their case is not going to be strong enough to prosecute, they look around and see which is the best way to consolidate and win this case. In other words, they are still helping the family to nail the culprit. But just the prosecution way. But you know, for a lay person, in fact watu wengine wanasema amelipa. Huyu ametoa wale watu wenye wanafungwa ni wale hawana pesa.
In fact, Kenyans na hiyo hao watu wote wenye wanajaribu kupush in wakisema justice for this hype man, wanajaribu kuargue in a sense that Joe amepata immunity maybe so that ama okay wana feel ni kama Joe ameamua kusacrifice.
Yes. You know, when you give you accept to witness against a friend, it means you have sacrificed that person.
Like ni kama wanasema he is a sacrificial lamb. Ni kama amemtumia kama sacrificial lamb because maybe the guy hana financial muscles na nini while yeye.
Sometimes even the issue of the money doesn't come in.
You know, if you can, you know, wana ni kama this other side or the guy hana naitwaje maybe hiyo finance muscle ya kuhire lawyers and everything while yeye on the other side he has some renowned lawyers, so maybe wanna feel it was maybe ideas from the lawyers that you know kitu kama for you to get out of this,
do this,
let us sacrifice this one.
Though on the issue of lawyers, okay, anyway, anytime you are facing a charge like murder, you must have an advocate. That is why if you cannot afford your own, the government will give you an advocate. Hata kama unaenda kukunyonga, serikali watataka kukunyonga legally. So you know the role of an advocate is not for you to win or not to win, but to represent and make sure that the due process was followed. So ukiona that is like a minor. Unaona like mtoto mwenye mtu wako under 18 cannot take plea unless that person is represented. Same to a person who have committed capital offense. They must always have legal representation, even if it is from the state. So the question is, kama state ndiye nataka kukufunga alafu tena wanakupatia advocate. So you will be given the devil's advocate. So you know ile maneno ya state witness, it is something that is provided for in the constitution. It is something that happens all the time. All the time, and they enjoy the benefits, the immunity, what immunity, security, protection, witness protection. So wanatumiwa, then they help the court to nail the culprit, and then something else. Unajua the court does not concern itself with something that is not before the court. We watu wakikuwa, that is why in court you don't win a case based on truth. You win a case based on facts. Wewe unaweza kuwa na ukweli wako kama wenye wanasema ati huyu alimwambia kama akufe, but hiyo ukweli haijakuja kotini, and the court will not go out and look for that. But Joe Mfalme probably presented the look here. This is what happened, and he could back up his
information.
Yes. So the court works with the facts, hard facts, not truths.
Okay, I guess that's enough. Mimi nilikuwa nataka tu ni understand the issue ya manslaughter na nini.
Na maneno ya state witness.
Yes, na ile mambo ya death.
Because most of the time people bring in the issue of money, and you will find out as zingine it's not about, it's just the clever way of the prosecution trying to nail.
Okay, yes, and the good thing hata pia niliona pia lawyers wa DJ Joe pia wakijitouch na hiyo wakisema we are not victimizing anyone. We are not the ones who are responsible kuandika hiyo ni anaitwaje DPP ama So anyway, let us just hope that justice will be served. Na due process itafuata na at the end of the day mwenye ata-deserve atapata.
And also I think also Kenyans like Kenyans somehow have lost confidence in the judicial system.
They have.
And even when now the judiciary is doing everything to assist you will just think like they say when they look at it as eat with a long spoon. is it a long spoon?
Yeah.
But I think we pray that for any offense committed, justice will be served. And not just justice seem to have been served, but justice to really be served. Yeah.
Yes, majama, this is Culture Hub TV. Remember to subscribe. Of course, hii ndio base yako ya umbea. Make us your #1 online platform because we got you. Anything you want, to make sure we provide it for you ama we serve you. Every tea ama nini, yeah. I'm Presenter Dante. Goodbye. Until next time.
Thank you.
Yeah.